Hey Virgo, happy October. All right. Ooh. So while I'm shuffling, I do want to mention that if you or anyone you know is trying to control your weed intake, cut back on weed, quit weed, what have you, I have created a free 30-day program. I will put the link in the description down below so you guys will have access to that. And there's also a video explaining how the program works. So yeah, it's just for those who want to control their cannabis intake, there's a resource for you. All right, let's see. Virgo, October 2019. Take a deep breath for me, Virgos. Okay. One last card. Oh, nice. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so change is on the horizon. I think it can go either way in regards to love or career. But I also see this as like two separate readings. All right, we'll just get started. So, first card you have is the Wheel of Fortune. So change, again, is on the horizon. You have the Queen of Cups and then the Knight of Swords in reverse. So allowing yourself to be still this month and be receptive is going to be very important. I think in your season, last month in Virgo season, you guys were on the go and you were working really hard and you were keeping busy. But at the same time, it was almost as if, yes, you were getting a lot of things done and being very productive, but you were also kind of using it as a distraction for yourself to avoid something. And I think this month you guys are going to cut out the work that does not need to be done anymore. The busy work that doesn't need to happen, the stuff that takes from you that doesn't really pay you back, right? Because you go from, let me take out this whole row. Okay, so you go from the Seven of Pentacles, right? Planting seeds, doing the work, but then it stops abruptly, the Ten of Swords, because you see here you have the Eight of Coins in reverse. So normally what would be like this, you put an end to it. Either you or something around you. But I think this is mostly you taking control of it. So realizing that just because you're putting out the external work, it doesn't mean that it's always the right thing to do, because you've paid your dues, you've kind of ran the trial and error part of it, and you know what works and what doesn't work at this point. And you've decided that overworking doesn't work for you. It does in some contexts, but you've come to the realization that maybe putting in some of the work is fine, but then sitting still and allowing those things to grow on their own instead of having you control them to grow is going to be a lot more beneficial and a lot more organic, which is going to feel better in the long run, because it's not your energy that you're extending all the time, right? It's finally your energy being reflected back onto you in a way that is, again, it repays you, it allows you to rest, and it doesn't make you feel like you have to constantly run the hamster wheel. And I think in the moment of stillness and in the moment of you just receiving instead of giving, new passion comes in. New passion. For some of you guys, it could be a relationship, right? So when you realize that you don't chase after people that don't want you, or you stop putting an effort where the effort's not being reciprocated, you take your passion somewhere else and then it's given back to you, right? There's an equal give and take now. So yes, it could be love, but it could also be work, or it could be both. It could just be how you operate as a person in general, because you guys want to give. You guys are one of the overgivers of the zodiac. And so again, by you staying still, you're going to find something, or something will find you. It could be that way, right? Something will find you, or you will find something that is going to light that fire in you again. That same fire that you created for yourself in Virgo season, it's starting to die down a little bit in Libra season, but it's necessary because there's a reason why you're not moving forward with this project. There's a reason why you're not moving forward with this person, because you've been overexerting yourself and you don't want to do that anymore. And you've realized your worth, and you've realized that you deserve to be given as much as you give. So when you leave the situation, or when you put a stop to the situation, that's when all the blessings come flooding back in, because the universe has heard you, and it's like, you've paid your dues, but you got to stop moving at some point if you want us to bless you, because we're not going to chase after you with these blessings. Like, you have to sit there and like take it from us. We're not going to be like, hey, and then you're like, oh no, I got a meeting at 4 and I had this phone call at 5 and I got to do this and got to do that. The universe isn't going to run after you. The universe is waiting for you to sit and receive. It's waiting for you to chill so it can give you stuff. Because it's carrying all this stuff. It's not going to chase after you when it's carrying all this stuff. It's going to want you to just sit still so it can explain to you that this is your blessing for this. This is what has prospered from that, right? So find that moment of stillness. Bottom of the deck, you have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So upright is what you would want, right? You want to be still. You want to take your time with stuff. But in reverse, it's also, again, you not working on something anymore. But also looking for more work to do to replace the thing that you just stopped. So don't do that, right? Don't just distract yourself with more busy work. Just because it's new work doesn't mean it's productive work. I think stillness is going to be a really important thing for you this month. I feel like I'm just repeating myself over and over. But in order to receive the reciprocity that you want, you have to create space for it to come in. Because if you're constantly running away from this person who's trying to give you the cup, if you're trying to run away from the job that's trying to give you this offer, from these opportunities that are opening up for you, because you're too busy with this bullshit up here, then you're never going to get what it is that you want. You'll never get anything more than bullshit, because bullshit is what you're chasing after. Right? So don't chase after bullshit. Allow the universe to come in. Allow your seeds that you planted to grow in the way that you wanted them to, and allow them to grow without your control. Because once you plant the seeds, that's all you need to do. You don't need to sit there and cheer on the seeds, be like, come on, seeds, you can grow. Because like, if you overwater them, they'll die, and if you don't give them enough room to breathe, I don't want to say they'll die because that was like really dramatic, but dude, like 10 of Swords, right? So this is also exhaustion. It's burnout. So even if you wanted to do the work, you can't, because you have overworked so much to the point where the energy you're putting out isn't given back to you, because there is no energy. It's faux energy. It's like energy that you think is there, but it's not. So let yourself recharge. There's also the fire sign, or the wand cards here. It's like a renewal of energy, especially this one. It's a reboot. And you can't reboot if you're still on the move, right? You don't, well, I mean, maybe some of you do. But let's say, like, I don't know, a vacuum, right? Like, you wouldn't use the vacuum while it's being charged and while it's being plugged in. I guess it depends what vacuum you use. Whatever, you know what I mean. So, right, sit, receive. You've done all the work in Virgo season. You don't need to keep running that hamster wheel because you've already planted the seeds. Allow the seeds to take time to grow, and when that's going on, take a nap, take a bath, catch up with some old friends. So, because there's other parts of your life that need energy too, right? Like your relationships, your family, your friends. Also self-care is a big one that you guys tend to forget about. So give that energy to those areas too. Don't just give this to work. Give this to yourself. Give this to your loved ones. And then you'll also receive that same support back. Because not everything needs to be about work. Because there's still work in personal relationships too. There's work that is paid off in different ways. So I would start paying attention to the other areas of your life that you might have been neglecting, specifically yourself. So working is not taking care of yourself, right? I think you all really just need to relax and, just do some stuff that isn't so serious. Like go to the movies. There's a lot of good movies coming out nowadays. Just do something like that, right? Libra season is all about enjoying and indulging and just relax, enjoying the beauty of life, right? Give yourself a chance to enjoy the beauty. Cool. Speaking of indulging, if some of you guys have been overindulging in weed or cannabis and you want to wean off of it, I find that life can be very enjoyable when you're sober too. So if that is a thing that you guys struggle with, I've created a free 30-day program. The link is going to be down below with a video that explains how it works, just to gain control over your personal life, not your professional life. I mean, it is a way for you to do that too, but just watch the video. You'll understand. So free 30-day cannabis control program, link below. Follow me on Instagram so you get free daily tarot readings. If you want a consultation, that link will also be down below. And yeah, take care of yourselves this season. I'll see you in November.